Hello and good morning, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2, a game where loading screens take about half an hour. Let's get right into it. Welcome back to our British Mainline. I've kind of sat here and watched things develop, and you can see this is now profitable. We're making quite a handsome amount of money from it. I'm actually going to turn on the afterburners real quick, just so we can get a little bit more money coming in. I have noticed a couple flaws with it. Leading from this direction, it does lose a little bit more money. It doesn't fill up that much. That's kind of the problem there. It also has to take some really weird maneuvers because of the terrain here. I'd love to try and fix that, but I don't know if you can edit terrain in the water. I actually have no idea, and I don't really want to hemorrhage the money to do it. Let's see, it's going to go through there. So you can edit the terrain in the water, but it's going to cost us a lot. That's my concern. See, that's already about 100 grand that we just spent there. But it does go through that little bit there. Very shallow. I'm surprised it can even do it at all. And actually, it even goes through this bit here, which barely even looks like water. So, yeah, there's that going on. But today, we're not going to be really messing with that boat, although I am really concerned about the longevity of that line once we start doing what we're going to be doing today. So I do want to go ahead. The connect line is really backed up, so we're going to put a couple more buses on it. 4 more on the connect. I'm thinking 2 more in the loop. I guess 1 more because that's all I can afford. I don't remember which is which. The loop in Keesham. Yeah, that one. Cool. Today, I think we're going to start getting going on trains. You know, the big reason why we're all here, right? So it's going to go from Westminster up all the way through Ely, through here, all the way up into Margaret Harborough. I haven't decided if I want to kind of come in like this or come in through Castleford. I don't know, and then there'll be a second main line probably coming along this side somewhere, with several little branch lines coming off of it. One of the first branch lines would be from Westminster to Tiverton down to Bedford, and then I think another one that will come from Tiverton out to Fleetwood. Something like that. I am not really sure yet, but these are the ideas that I have going through my head. I am concerned about this boat line because once we start coming up here, we're going to probably want to put a branch line in. Maybe Ely, Chesterless Street, and down to Brentwood. Maybe in Head, I don't know. Ely is pretty central. I don't know, we'll see. That's something going on in the back of my head as I do this. Something I have to think about. But we do need a rail infrastructure. And we're going to start with a station, because, you know, what else would we start with? I have several station mods installed, because the stations really do look cool. A lot of the mods that I have. Like, this one's a Dutch-style modular station, but it's very modern, so it looks good kind of all around. If we place it down, you can see a very modern-style station, so it really works still in the Britain style. I also have an underground station. If I wanted to create, like, a London Underground loop, I have some train stock for that. I think we'd use that for a branch line. You can actually see down there. It's a pretty cool looking station. Of course, we have the UK generic stations, and I think we'll use one of these for the terminus here. And we actually get colors, color options. We're actually going to put in, I think, 4 tracks right now. I see a lot of potential usage here. It's going to cost us $1 million to put it here, which is where I want it. I'm going to leave room on that side for buildings. I think something like that will do nicely. It cost us an arm and a leg. So we'll go ahead and take that arm and a leg out. So we can afford it. I have to resnap. Okay, there we go. Let's put it here so we have the room to put in buildings on the side. I like my little decorative buildings. Plop. Alright. That is, in fact, a rail station. So we can actually configure this if we wanted to. We can put so many options. Look at this. I want to put in a big building, because this is going to be a major exchange. So I want to get a big building on the side before everything builds up. It's already in the process of doing. Alright, how big is this one? I think that one will fit. I don't know if it's big enough. It's slightly bigger. Oh, no, it's not slightly bigger, it's just a different design. Alright. Sadly for me, it takes a while to scroll through all the options because my mouse doesn't actually have a working scroll wheel. Alright, so that's apparently as big as we can go, that last set. I place it here and get rid of some buildings. I'd rather just kind of get these in so it doesn't try building buildings along here. Even if they're only temporary, I just don't want it to do that. It will cost a lot to get rid of later, so just putting in a bunch of temporary buildings for cheap amounts of money, which I realize is a lot of money right now. Alright, that's good for now. This we're gonna redo a ton later. I just wanted to get that in, so I didn't have to do it later. That's kind of what my thought process is with that. Let's turn back on time so we actually make money. I have a lot of, these are from the NL one I was talking about. This is also a ton of track options, which for some reason are all that color. Don't know why, I can't explain it, it's just kind of the way it is. And we have those, the cargo buildings, and the miscellaneous. I want this in the station, honestly. I really love that look. Considering this is a major terminus station, I think I'm going to have that here. Especially because this area kind of makes sense. Alright. And I think that works. Having some station platform outside of the building always looks good in my mind. So that's a good place to start, I think. So now we have to we need more money. We are hemorrhaging money still. Let's see. So we're going to go up through here. We need a place for a station. As much as I want to bulldoze right here to put it in, that's not very cost efficient right now. This one we're going to probably... Right here is another really great place, but not cost efficient at all. I might come in here and we'll use buses. Actually, let's try to get that one in because I think it'll be on the cheaper side. Keep this as a 2 station. It's going to cost us $500,000. I have a feeling that's going to be the running theme for these, and each station is going to cost us about that much. So, yes, we have to suck it up and do it if we want to get rail lines in. One there. And the good thing about this is it doesn't really have to worry about demand because we're connecting it to a pre-existing passenger network. I think we're going to put this here too. We're going to put another loop in. I really like my loops, although they typically aren't very profitable at all. So that is the downside to them. Alright, we're taking out another loan of $500,000. It is what it is, but we got to do it. Alright, so we have our stations in. This one needs a connection on the opposite side. A misc. We'll put this here. You know, we can put a small building. Why not? Passenger. This is all in green, so we'll do green. I prefer blue, but that's just me. Alright, and we can get a little street in here. Actually, reverse that back a bit, and we'll build it a little closer to the station like that. Yeah. There we go. So this can just kind of continue along down, parallel to the rail line. We'll connect in right here. Nicely. Does that go anywhere important? Not really, so we can leave that as is for now. I will put it back in later, for now, we'll just leave it as is. So now comes the even more expensive... Why do you have to build there? That's where I'm going to put rail tracks. That's so mean. Alright, well, we have to put in the rail tracks. That's kind of what's happening now. So I'm going to leave most of the switching to happen after we cross over to the other side. I'm going to use the default... I don't even know what mod this is, I'm going to be honest. They'll have speed limits. This is a third rail. This is a standard. So we're going to use the standard. Because I'm really not feeling like using anything special. I think I'm going to get rid of this road for just a brief moment. 100 grand! So mean. Alright, well, let's get these in. So I want to get it to the other side and not worry about it at all. And honestly, this should be a bridge. Considering where it's located. I can spend another 300 grand to get rid of it. Which I'm really not feeling like doing. Grand, how much? I don't know when we can take out. You know what? We'll do it. Because I really rather that not be level crossing. Actually, we could probably even do it on there. No, I like it where it was. So we'll put it here. I think this needs to be a wider road to start with, because we're going to have to widen it later. And let's just raise it up. That's going to cost us a pretty penny. That should be able to make it to this side without problem. Alright, it's a problem. Why won't you bridge? Okay, that's a bridge, but it looks ugly as all hell. I don't want it to be that material. Why are we being like this? What is this game? What can I do to make you happy? Put it to maybe here? Alright. Bridge. Alright, let's try putting in the bridge first. I found sometimes the game cooperates more if you do it that way. Alright. See, what material do we want for it? I kind of like the idea of it being a stone bridge. It feels very permanent. Steel also tends to look good, but I feel like we're a little early to be making things out of steel a lot. Though steel is definitely a thing. I do need to remember that. There are the viaducts, but those do not look good here. Really don't like the wooden bridges, like at all. I hate them, personally. Let's go with that one, it looks nice. Then we have to somehow get that down from there down to here. It's a little steep, but I think it'll do. No, actually, I didn't mind. No, I like that. That's a bit smoother, I'd say. Then we can do the same thing over here. And I would prefer to curve. And get a curve in. There we go. That looks a little nicer. Just have it like that as well. I don't know which is better or worse, but actually with that I can have like a little road going alongside of it. So we'll keep it like that. I think I can have a little road here. Oh, I can. Look at that. That's kind of cool. We're definitely going to do that. You know, why wouldn't I? And we can... That would be great. We'll get that road back in. Get it like there, so that way we can easily... that. There we go. Do a little chicane. That there, and then we'll work it out from there. But that looks good. I actually really like how that's kind of coming into place. It really gives a sense of planning. Alright, we can turn back on time now, make money again, because the bridge is back. Well, we now have a bridge, and it doesn't look half bad. It looks slightly half bad. I don't know. But we can also, that means we get uninterrupted space to do, these. I always forget what they're called. Diamonds? Or I guess they're just points. Or crossovers, whatever you want to call them, that's what we're doing here. This is a bit of future-proofing, because we don't really need them as much right now. I mean, it still is an end of line. We'll have to keep that in account. But for now, don't really need more than that. So we're going to have to take a look here at the train map. We can see right here, probably just want to go around this mountain up to here. So we'll kind of just continue that way. Really want to try to keep it on the cheap. 35 grand is good for that. That's actually a really good price for that length. Of course, the shorter the length we do it, the cheaper it will probably be in the long run. But you get some really weird train changes when you do it that way, so I'm going to kind of avoid that. Right, those are trees, we can go through those. What we do need to do is not come in that sharp, and kind of go more there. Let's see if we can cheapen it at all. Alright, 66 grand. That will do nicely. We're actually going to be able to do this entire bit of line on the really cheap. I do love a bit of forest action that we're getting here. It's going to look kind of cool coming in by train. And I'm going to do it from this side, because I want this to kind of be in control here. So it's going to kind of come like that. 37 grand, I will take it. How does it look? It looks okay. Alright. And this will connect up nicely right here. And can we cheapen it at all? Nope. Alright, so let's get the accompanying line in place. I don't really know where we're going to put the depot yet. I haven't really thought that part through. But I kind of want it to be down near Westminster, because that's going to be a major area for trains. I think maybe along this line near the farm, like in this area, might be a cool place. Have a two-way depot. I think right now we're not going to put a ton of thought into it. We're going to put a little bit, but not a ton. So we're going to be able to complete that entire piece of track without taking out another loan, which makes me really happy. I mean, right now we do have 6.5 million out in loans. We're going to have to take out more in order to buy the actual trains themselves. But we're doing pretty okay for now. And Westminster Station looks very professional. Besides this bit here, it's just kind of copy and pasted down. I just wanted to fill the space before the AI decided they wanted to build there, which they did decide they wanted to build there. Again, we're gonna make this look way better later. It's just for now, it is what it is. I do really want to get. I'm kind of right now stalling for money, and we're actually gonna turn on the speed just so we can get that little bit more money. Let's take a look at the line we have to do here. So again, the terraforming, there isn't that much. We're pretty much running level for all this. Some dips and chasms in this, not chasms, but just small dips, but nothing major. It's really these lines we have to look out for. We can see there really isn't many of those. If we zoom in, you can kind of see there's very faint lines going on all around here, but they're so faint meaning that it's very, very subtle changes. So it's something that we really can't deal with. Yeah, it's a detail contour at most 2 meters. You can see if we go along like this, that number isn't changing much. So we have a very easy bit of track. This was actually a really great first choice for us. I'd say that we had enough money now, but we clearly do not. We are making money across the board. I think it's our loan that's hurting us at the moment. Yeah, loan interest for about 50 grand. Which isn't amazing. Also, looking here, this can really use another car or two on the loop. At least 1 or 2 more. I have a feeling a lot of them are coming down here. Just this interchange area in general, because there's a lot of places to go from here. Some go to the other side like that, and some go into the boat station. So actually, we're going to spend this 160 grand that we have right now just on new buses. Also, how does it compare? We got another new bus, I think, in the list. Oh, we did, it's right here. 40 kilometers an hour versus 25, but also costs quite a bit more. That might be good for the connect line. My only issue with it is it doesn't carry that many people. We'll put this many on the loop, and then we'll pull up the connect, and we're going to upgrade those to the new ones. That way they can achieve those amazing new speeds. So, manage vehicles, select all, replace with this. 800 grand. I'll pass. I think for now we'll keep with the post buses, and that will be more than fine. Entirely. I don't want to take out another whim. Loans are iffy. That's kind of how I see them at the moment, so I'm trying to play it safe. But it is a risky maneuver. Let's get some more trucks on that food line. Oh, look at all those new trains. We have a lot of trains to work with when we unlock trains, when we start building that train line. So, we'll get 3. That one. Can't seem to keep up at all. Which is really funny. I don't know. That's a lot of potential money just kind of sitting there. And we need all the money we can get. We really do, because this rail project is not cheap. Even though we are trying to do it as on the cheap as we can. I'm gonna get rid of that building because this is gonna be, actually it's not that bad. We'll take it. Okay, look at the neighboring track. Just so it's done. Make sure they look good. They do. Level crossings always have a weird tendency to just kind of come out weird in this game. I want to kind of play it safe with that. And this is our future main line. It's the bare bones of it. In the future, it's going to look a lot more intense. But for now, it'll do nicely. Let's get these on here, because there is a sidewalk. Cool. It's just a bit of, there's a rail crossing here. Be safe. I really like the British rail crossings that exist, though that bit of fence really bugs me. It really does. Alright, well, again, I'm just stalling for money. So let's get this in the rest of the way. We really get to do it on the cheap, which is great. That's costing us a lot right there. I also just lost a lot of money. Can you cheapen it at all? Nope. Alright. 6 grand it is. Oh, well, we just got a lot of money. I think the boat just arrived. The thing with the boat is it makes a lot of money over time, but it has the opportunity to lose a lot of money too. Alright, I think that's fine. It has a little bit of berming going on, but nothing too significant. And right on into the station, 45 grand to build. I will take it. Let's get the other track in too while we're at it. That is this stretch of the main line in place. We do need to put some points here, because there will be some switching of tracks. As for now, this is the end of the line. Gaming construction not possible. Just the game. Let's make sure we are in not contour mode so we can kind of see what we're doing. Get some points in place. There we go. We need some signals along the line. We drive on the left, it's the UK. Yeah, this is the UK one. Alright. Cool. That's kind of how I'm doing it. We don't need a ton of signals because we won't really be running a lot of trains initially. We will be running quite a few, don't get me wrong. But out of the gate, it's not going to be a lot. Wow. I like to get signals like this by the rail crossings just as... So if a train has to sit and wait, it doesn't have to sit and wait inside the crossing. That can be really bad for road traffic. And I don't want to mess with road traffic in cities because they already get pretty clogged enough as it is. And I don't want to worsen that, if I can avoid it. So, I don't really know how we're going to name train stuff yet. I'd like to say I do know how, but I don't really. So what we're going to do... Alright, so we're going to put this right there so it's not chilling under the bridge. We're going to put in the depot, first of all. We're going to keep it simple for now. We're literally just going to put a train with a spur track, and that will be that. A depot with a spur track. You will complicate it more later on. But for now, this will do nicely. So we have the spur track, did a double slip, and then we can put in the signals. Again, the one here, and one here, and that's all we need. As well as one here to enter the track. Cool. Let's get the line in. Just goes from here, down to here, down to here, and stopping there on the way. Alright. Of course, how's it going on the wrong sides? How did you manage this, game? Alright, let's go ahead and... I think we just set one of the signals along the way to be one way. We'll set the signal here as one way. Alright, that broke it. Nope. Alright, we can force it. So in pool, you switch to track 2, you switch to track 1. Perfect. Now it's driving on the right side of the tracks. And it's good to go. I guess now let's start looking at train sets. So initially, it's not really connected. Actually, we do want to kind of get it going in motion before we really set things off, per se. So, I think we're going to get another loop in here. I'm not going to upgrade, I'm going to build. And that's going to be a intersection right there. Doesn't actually look that bad. We need a bus stop right outside the station. Just like that. I mean, honestly, we can just get 2 stops in this town, and that'd be good. Because that would connect up pretty much the entire town to the network. So if we go to this line, we're already doing something kind of funky. So, going to Kenisham, stop here. Cool, and then coming from... Does it only stop here once? Oh, okay. Coming back from Kenisham, stop here. Like that. We just got a ton of new trains. Oh my god. We have a lot of options here. We're kind of unlocking things a little quickly, and I'm going to slow that down just a tad. Put it at half speed. As much as I want to kind of get out of the era we're currently in, we haven't really had a chance in the era yet. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. That town's already fine, although we really do need to up the speed or the capacity of the buses because they're a little slow. Let's get a little loop in here. It's actually not that small of a town. This will be really good for us. A stop here and a stop here, kind of future-proofing a little bit. Alright, this is the loop for where? Place? Pool. Pool. Without the E. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and do another loop here. And another decently sized town. Is that connected? No, it's not. Okay, I wasn't sure. Well, because it's not connected, I'm not going to put that all the way up there. I am going to put this to here. We can put it here, that'll be fine. It's not the biggest loop, but it'll be fine. The goal is to just try to connect up a lot of the town, and then this is a loop for... I always forget to check that button again, so we can see the name of the town. Deal. We like these short names, the ones that fit in our naming convention. Right, so those will need buses. Are these connected by any means? No, they're connected together, so we can get a bus depot in between the two. Where is it? Bus depot, bus depot, bus depot, bus depot. Hi. Well, I guess road depot. And we'll just start with a couple of these. We'll get 4 for each town. Actually, well, 3 for now. The loop for deal. Then 3 for pool. That will get underway. And we can begin releasing the beast of the rail on the line we actually haven't named yet. My game crashed for a moment, I was panicking. So we aren't using this train yet. I don't know why it's an option, because obviously we don't have electric rail yet. But let's take a look at our options. This is a good train, so let's not use that. I do like the class, 060, the C class. I think it's just kind of a neat little train. I have this in various colors. You see, we have a lot of options here. Like, a lot of options, and I really don't know where to start. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of cute engines. It's a hard decision. I do love this guy, but it's more of a, to me, a freight train. Or like a little shunter engine. And of course we have a lot of rail cars. Now let's set it to just steam so we can hear our locomotion. That train is very expensive. I think the further we go down, the more expensive it will be. Of course it'll be a little faster, but I can't afford most of these. The Midland Railway, I think, is a nice locomotion. Nice locomotive. It's a big, bright red. What's its operating cost? 200,000. I think they're all gonna be around that range, at least the ones I'm looking at. That one's a little bit more expensive. This one's cheaper. How does it compare to the Midland? The Midland is stronger, but we don't really have to worry too much about strength because we're running on flat track pretty much for all of it. This one's faster. This one has more pulling power and is a little cheaper. So you know what, let's go with this one. And then let's look at our passenger coaches. This is a London one. I think these are a bit too high capacity for our needs right now. This, I think, is more our speed at the moment. Let's get a front big fan on this. The difference between these. Oh, they're different colors. We have 3 different color options. It used to be 2. Let's get this one. Alright. Get a first class. 2 third classes. This is costing us 3 million per vehicle right now. And then a rear brake. 3.5 million per vehicle. That is not cheap. But you know what? I'm feeling like we need this right now. So we'll take out enough money to get both. Pause. Get 2. Quantity. 2. And they are both on line 1. They're gonna get bunched up for now. But they have been released. Let's see how they look. That is definitely an old locomotive, but it looks nice. I do like these coaches. Look at that. They have a lot of character to them. I really love the old British brake car design. I just love the whole... Ships have these. I don't know what they're called, but they look really cool. But it's been released. They're not the highest capacity. It only has capacity of 40. Not exactly the best, but, you know, it'll do for now. Sadly, they are going to get bunched up, but for now, that's fine. Let's rename this line. Line, a lot of Main. West, what naming convention? Let's put it up here. So, West M to Pool Deal. I think that's a good way to do it. And they can get significantly fast. That's already at 63 kilometers an hour. So not bad at all. Sadly, there doesn't appear to be anyone waiting yet. And this line really is in dire need of an upgrade. Actually, what we're going to do, I borrow a milli. We're going to go ahead and upgrade every single vehicle on this line with the faster ones. Because I think... Oh, I didn't want to just upgrade that one. I really messed that one up. upgrade all of them with the faster one. That's going to cost us 900. I hate to do it, but I think it is necessary. Because they have a higher speed, which means they can get between all the different towns they're working between quicker. I love the purple look on that bus. I don't know what the top speed of the roads are, but it should help. So sadly this is running empty. But I'm hoping as we get down the line, yeah, we can see there's already 2 people waiting here. No one waiting here yet. I think there's a lot of them are waiting on the buses still. Yeah, there's the bus. Moving with a whole 4 people on board. I think we're gonna more see people going this way than this way. Because this way you have connections out to Keesham, Triberton, and Brentwood. Well, this way you only have Poole and Deal so far. I think there is a lot of potential here. Ooh, might be able to pay off a little bit of loan. And I think we're going to hold this train in the station. Once it arrives, we're just going to speed up time here. Just waiting for the other train to get to the end. Once it stops, I'm going to hit the stop button. Alright, so you are just chilling there. You're not my problem at the moment. I don't know if it'll load people while it's sitting here. I kind of hope it does, but I don't think it will. So I really hope these buses can hit the speed on this road. They can, good. I mean, of course, there's still other road traffic that's slowing them down, but it will help a little bit in terms of getting from one side to the other quicker. I could make it a 2-lane road, but I don't think we're quite at that spot yet. Per se. I want to find, where's that train? There it is. Alright, let's turn up speed. So it's moving along really fast. Like, all things considered, look at this. That's pretty fast for a train of this era. I don't really know how to move around. Oh, there we go. Okay. The camera controls are a little bit unique, let's say. But, yeah, there it goes. That's a beautiful locomotive. I think actually at this point, wow. It just looks good. It really does. Alright, let's kind of go like this for now. You want to get to the other end before I end off the video. Ooh, we got more locomotives. We got a lot more locomotives. Oh my god. Problem with having so many locomotives in the pack is it's a lot of decisions when I want to make a new train. Also, there's no X button. There we go. I think we should, while it's passing by here, not to mention we should pay off our loan. Beastie option right here. That. That by accident. Where's all my roads? Oh, I accidentally clicked on a category. Alright, let's go ahead and connect this up. That. Alright, so that's connected. And we can pay off actually a bit of loan because we're making... Oh, wrong way. We're making enough money to pay some of it off. Alright, let's quickly go find the other train. That made us almost 100 grand. It's not quite paid itself off yet, but we are getting there. Now this is going to load up the people it has here. Oh, it has... Okay, cool. That's going to get going. They're at opposite ends of each other, which means that they'll be running at a pretty good pace, I think. That is off with 16 people aboard. And this will slowly pick up more and more. You can extend the length of the trains, luckily they aren't that long, and I think the pulling capacity is fine. Yeah, that's very good condition. Power rating mediocre. You know what, I'll keep it like that, that's fine. Not exactly perfect. Are these the same type of coach? I know this is the middle, the 3rd class, and that's 1st class, but still. I don't know. They do look really snazzy, though. And these will actually be more buses, because you can see right here, there's a lot of people waiting. 44 people. We're stuck moving backwards. Alright, let's buy as many as we can. That's kind of what gives our other lines profitability. So it's probably actually a bit much, but we'll put it there for now. This one is doing a good job. And it has quite a few people waiting here, actually, to go where it needs to go. Train's already halfway down the line. Not quite halfway. I don't know, it's kind of amazing because we're in the 1900s, the early 1900s, and it's going 80 kilometers an hour down the line. Without too much problem. Actually, relatively downhill right here, but still. Look at it go. I think it's going to be a little bit before we see profitability on that line. It's a very expensive, just the cost to get all the infrastructure in place was, you know, a couple million. So I don't think we're going to see profitability with that for a while, especially if we're moving 5 people at a time. But as it picks up popularity, I mean, this one's still, actually really packed. I wonder if all these people just kind of want to go down to the station. I have no idea. But there's 4 people waiting, which again isn't great, but it's a start, and that's kind of what we're looking at right now, is the start to the rail empire that we'll have soon enough. I don't like how close this is to the track. The train clears it, so that's what counts. The train really does look cool. We're gonna get some train passing train action here in a moment. This is what I'm excited for. The station it goes, it might make us a bit of money here. Which will it make us? 59,000. I mean, only, I think 3 people got off, so... And it's going full back. Pretty full. Dang, how many people are waiting? 3. Might need another train. Already. That smoke does not look healthy. I don't know. But I think we might need another train, or 2 on this line, if it's already leaving full. And this is the first way back that it does. See, I don't really think we can extend the length of the trains too much, because it is running at power rating mediocre. These aren't the strongest locomotives. I keep saying locomotions. But they were cheap, so... Kinda how I'm doing that right now. I don't know, it might be cheaper to upgrade the locomotive and add more cars than to another train. But I think we're pretty good for now. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye for now.